Okay, so hello everyone. Today I'm going to introduce you guys about my achievements, process, and improvements I made in English class when I came into KAS. So the first unit is lesson from text, and it separated into three categories, which are speech, short stories, and songs. And the first one I'm going to introduce you guys is speeches. In this assignment, we have to find 4 speeches that actually existed and write 4 TIEA paragraph about each speech. After this assignment, I get to know a lot about famous speeches and also find helpful evidences for a speech. And also at the same time listening skills, because I may want to listen to the speeches on YouTube to understand more about the situation and the circumstance. And the next one is short story. So, in this assignment, we have to read 2 short stories from the textbook, and write 2 TIEA for each. And after this assignment, and I get to read more short stories that's famous from famous writers, because I never liked to read a short story or even a novel, because, for me, they are all boring and they are all the same with the same ending and stuff. But after this assignment, I found out that short stories can be educational and also interesting, and they don't need too much time to read it. But also, I've also learned how to find a strong evidence to support my thesis. The next one I'm going to introduce is for songs. For this assignment, we have to choose one song that's related to your thesis, and then write a TIEA paragraph. And the song I chose is Beautiful by Eminem. After this assignment, I learned that how to simplify a song into a one simple sentence and then make it into the thesis. And also how to elaborate the thesis into a paragraph and analyze the song so that everyone can understand what I understand in my head. So the next unit is poetry. For some exercises, we created a document called Types of Poem. Inside the document, we have to write different types of poems, such as cinquains, diamantes, and something like that. And after this assignment, I learned many different types of poems, and for some of them, I never heard the name before. So I think those kind of poems are really interesting to write because it creates some kind of rhythm, and I really think it's interesting for us to write and also learn how to elaborate your thought but also simplify it. For this unit, we also have to write a fear poem. For this assignment, we have to describe our deepest fear without telling the actual word. And after this assignment, I had learned about how to describe your feeling by words and also understand more about myself. Before this assignment, I never discovered my fear in my deepest mind because I never thought of it and I didn't dare to think of it too. But through this assignment, I get to discover what is my deepest fear and also how to solve it, how to face it. And also for the summative assessment in this unit is to write a culture poem about ourselves, and also find 2 culture poems from someone else's and write 2 TIA for each. After doing those, I understand more about my own culture and how beautiful this land, Taiwan, is. Before, I never really think about the good things and bad things about Taiwan because I live here, so I think everything is ordinary. But after this assignment, I found out that there's so many beautiful events that happen in Taiwan, and I should cherish it because maybe I won't work here in the future. So people should try to cherish the good things and bad things that happen in your own home country, because you will totally miss it when you aren't there. And also from finding other culture poems, I also learned a lot about other cultures and how they use interesting words to describe them. The next unit is Vivi Project, which stands for Valiant Venture. For this unit, my goal is to write a story that's suitable for different kinds of audience. And this is a document where I write my stories, and it's only 4 pages long because it's a short story, so I don't want it to be really long so that people would want to finish it without being impatient. And before I started writing my story, I of course have to do a lot of research about how to write a short story, a structure of a story, and stuff like that, so that I have enough information to write a story. And after doing all the paper stuffs, I have to present what I did to the whole grade. And this is the video of my TED Talk. After doing this assignment, I had learned a lot about how hard it is to write a short story that everyone likes, and try something new and improve it. But throughout the TED Talk, I also learned how to really speak up in public, and then how to make everyone interested in my topic and actually listen to my TED Talk. And this is actually pretty hard because you have to sort of make a conversation between you and an audience so that everyone can actually pay attention to you. Yeah. And the next unit is The Giver. In this assignment, we all have to read a novel called The Giver. After doing that, we have to make a perfect society of our own. We can decide everything as long as there's a reason that makes sense. After this assignment, I learned that we are able to create anything as long as you have imagination and creativity. And I also learned how to rule a country effectively. And this is the map of my society. I make it this way because I love colorful things. So there's a lot of colors in my map, as you can see. And this is my flag, the flag of my society. Why I made an S in the middle is because the name of my society is Sirius, and so of course I made an S inside. After creating my society, I have to write a paragraph about why is like perfect society not good, because every perfections are actually made of imperfections. Like, not perfect is good, but sometimes if you love an object, but you also like the imperfections too, because that's all it make it perfect. And this is what my TIA paragraph is about. And after this assignment, I learned that not everything is perfect, and perfect is not everything. And also how to simplify my thoughts into a sentence and make it a thesis, and then analyze it so that everyone can kind of persuade it from me and think what I think. So the next unit I'm going to introduce you guys about is information writing. In this assignment, I have to write anything that I know about guitar. After this assignment, I learned that writer's notebook can be organized too, because it's full of ideas, and also how to elaborate more about my topic. But also how difficult it is to be a writer, how fun it is, and understand how many knowledge you know about something that you use and you are familiar about everyday life. As you guys can see, this is my notebook and it's super messy, but that's how I organize all my ideas together without spending my time on thinking how to organize it so that I can gather up all my ideas in one time. And yeah, this is my final draft, the document of my final draft of the information writing, and I had to add visuals too. After writing the final draft, I feel really proud of myself because I never wrote such a long paragraph about guitar. And I'm really impressed by myself because I think I improved a lot on information writing. And the next assignment is word terminology. We have to do it every week, and basically we just have to pick 2 words and combine them together and make it into 2 words. Through the process, I learned a lot of prefix and suffix that we use very often and what they mean. I think this is really important to us because sometimes when you see a word that you don't know and you can guess the meaning from the prefix and suffix inside, and so it wouldn't make everything so difficult and complicated by searching on the dictionary. And the next one is also an assignment that we have to do for every week, which is DRP and DGP. Throughout the time, I learned a lot about the structure of a sentence and how to use a verb, noun, or adjective correctly. And this is really important to my life now and also for my future because I can improve my grammar and make sure it is used correctly. And this is what I did. And yeah, for the first picture, we have to copy a sentence from teacher, and then you have to correct it. And the second one is that you have to read this paragraph and answer every questions. And this really make an improvement for me because I realized that I made a lot of mistake in my life before, but then I didn't realize until I did this assignment. And so this is all I'm introducing today. I hope you guys enjoy and thank you.